All right, it's about to get much worse. Ooh. This is about the Twitch
guys,
thing.
I want to talk to you all about twitch.tv. A lot of you have been to the website before. Maybe you've even seen me. Hopefully this video gets a large enough and broad enough audience.
Wait, is this a webcam mic? He usually has a bit of a more high quality mic.
So maybe some of you guys might not be familiar with who I am. My name's Asmongold. I've made content for the better part of 10 years.
Yep.
I've been a top Twitch streamer for the better part of 10 years. And I have watched my platform degrade and turn into probably the worst iteration, the worst version of itself that it has ever been.
Money making.
And I want to talk about exactly where things stand right now, how we got there, and where I think that they're going. Now, just recently there was a TwitchCon event where a very popular female streamer, Imaru, was sexually assaulted by a person at her meet and greet. Twitch decided to deal with this by ignoring it originally, lying about the events as they occurred, and then offering as a restitution suspending this person's account for 30 days. I'm serious. This is actually what happened. She came out and said...
And then also lying in their public statement to make themselves look better.
You can watch her recent VOD on Twitch, twitch.tv/Imaru if you'd like to find out for yourself. But anyway, basically Twitch totally mismanaged this situation. This also comes after the previous year of Twitch allowing another streamer to sexually assault two male streamers, also friends of mine, NMPLOL and Wake Wilder, one by kissing their hand and the other one by licking their nipple. This apparently didn't get as much attention because
they're
obviously
men.
It didn't happen to a girl, and it just wasn't as big of a thing. It didn't get as much traction. So, big surprise, Twitch decided to let it happen again this year, and luckily, and thank you for all of you guys that are not letting them get away with it. Today, I want to talk to you all about how bad it's really gotten, because a lot of you probably don't pay attention every day, and I think that really for your sanity, that's probably a good thing. Unfortunately, I do. So in the past, I think probably year or so, Twitch has, I think, become a worse and worse version of itself. And I'm going to talk about this, and I really want to make this very clear with this video, is that there's not one point of failure. And in fact, actually, I would say that it would be easier if I could point to one point of success. If
we had one.
But theoretically, it would be easier. The entire thing, it seems like, is rotten. It's rotten at the top, it's rotten in the middle, and it's rotten at the bottom. The moderation is wrong. The advertising team is completely off base. The executive team seems to be completely disconnected. And when they're not disconnected, they're actively malicious, or at least indirectly malicious.
We can't even prove that they're not, like, indirectly influencing it. Just sometimes it's really obvious when they have a bias. I truly do believe that they have it out there to, you know, fuck over VTubers. Someone out there doesn't like anime, or they don't like it, and they're very selective. I just don't believe it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play into the conspiracy theory. I just don't think so. It's just crazy to me that VTubers specifically get mistreated and have a really, really weird moderation bias over them compared to other people.
Like, for example, misrepresenting what happened with Emily's story.
Or calling Frogman fat.
The only time that things ever seem to happen even slightly is when Amazon, their parent company, tries to take control because they've totally run things into the ground. And hopefully this can reach some people at Amazon and they can realize just how bad things truly are. So the first thing I'd want you guys to all look at is, if you go to twitchtracker.com, you can just look at the stats of Twitch. If you look at the beginning of 2025 and you look at now, it has been on a steady decline. And whenever I'm talking about a steady decline, I'm not talking about a 10% decline. We're looking at about a 30 to 40% decline in viewership from the start of the year up until now, with it just trending more and more downward. And this is even despite Kai doing a massive event last month and the phase subathon that's been going around this month. So after that happens, after that's over, I assume that it's even going to get worse than it even is now. And Twitch is even going back to its pre-COVID numbers.
Yeah, I think the view botting hasn't actually done anything. They've fucked over smaller content creators and the middle content creators that feed into the ecosystem. It's so dumb. I don't know, man. I also see, again, I won't ever name names myself because I don't want to cause problems, but at the end of the day, I have still seen people view botting. It's like, did you actually do anything?
This is while at the same time YouTube is succeeding, Kick is succeeding, TikTok is succeeding,
Sorry.
and Twitch is dying. Twitch is dying. Why is Twitch dying? Well, it's because they're killing it. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
And let's talk about all the different ways how. So I think one of the meta level things that a lot of you guys here on YouTube probably know all too well is the advertising situation on Twitch. Ads are extremely prevalent on Twitch.
Oh my God,
Twitch has
don't remind
effectively
me.
incentivized creators into making a Faustian pact with Twitch and also, unfortunately, against their viewers in order to have to run a certain amount of ads per hour that will then guarantee them a minimum income that will allow them to make a certain amount of money. This amount of money is a very large amount of money, especially for smaller creators, and Twitch has effectively incentivized creators to kill their own platform and to kill their own streams. And
one time, this is a personal anecdote, I raided into someone when I had like a couple of hundred viewers, maybe 200-300. I raided into someone that was running 8 to 12 minutes of ads an hour, and we got hit by it. And then I remember looking at their Twitter a couple of months later. I think it got recommended to me naturally, and they were complaining that they weren't gaining viewers, and I was like, it's because you're trying to basically kill your platform for your promotion by running ads because you think that you're going to get a lot of money out of it, but you're not growing, and then you complain about not growing because you think that you should be running 8 minutes of ads just because Twitch says you should. It's too good of an offer for some people, and they think they need to buy into it, and then they complain that nobody watches them because they get blasted with ads. Yeah, it's because of the 8 minutes of ads. Yeah, and their content, I liked it. I'm not want to name names or anything, but it's just like, it blew my mind. I was like, immediately I get blasted by 8 minutes of ads, and imagine being a new viewer. Oh, I like this girl's content or this boy's content. I like their stuff, and then boom, 8 ads. 8 minutes of ads.
As I said before, judging by the graphs, it's doing really well. So basically, the advertising situation with Twitch is that you get ads. You have some streams that, like, this is an hour long per stream, right? And for every hour, it's 8 minutes of ads. This is insane.
I run 3 minutes of ads, and I hate doing it because it disrupts my stream personally. I don't like it. I hate doing it, but I have to. Otherwise, Twitch forces it on you.
I mean, like, by next year, we're probably going to be at the level of network or cable television.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's not even to count sponsors and other things like this.
pre-rolls are bad,
Twitch
too,
has constantly been behind in terms of technological advancements. They've decided to lock the, renowned feature of being able to, believe this, rewind a stream. They've decided to paywall the ability to rewind a stream.
Twitch Turbo? Dude, it's a lot of money a month, man. For a lot of people, it's not worth it. It doesn't matter. They also locked behind VOD rewinding behind Twitch Turbo.
Without any sort of problems or having to go
so
back
bad.
to the VOD.
I remember the day I actually found out. Wait, it's paywalled? I see the rewind. No, if you subscribe to the person, you can rewind. Yeah. But if you have Twitch Turbo, you can rewind anybody's stream. Does that make sense? It's like YouTube Premium. Except if you subscribe to certain individuals, then you could rewind. YouTube has this as a feature for free, man.
So that's the way that they think about
Isn't
their
that
product,
crazy?
and that's how much they care about you as a viewer. So while they're not spamming you with ads or allowing you to watch other types of perverse, deranged content, or also making
the
you
diaper
sit
furry,
through, view, a stream that has horrible quality, they're making you have to go back and rewind by opening up a second page. So
I hated that.
Twitch recently has claimed to do something about the viewbot situation. Well, I'm not going to name names, okay? But we all know who's viewbotting. There
It's
are a
very
lot of people
obvious.
who are still viewbotting at massive degrees, and Twitch has done effectively nothing. But one of the things that they have done is they have effectively killed the careers of a number of small streamers. I'm talking about streamers that are getting 20 viewers, and now they've been nerfed down to 4. I'm talking about streamers that used to get 200, and now they're getting 20. Or
Yeah,
40.
they killed lurkers, essentially.
or something like that. And for a creator like that, you have the difference between a part-time job and a hobby. So you have people that, at some point were making a good amount of money, and now because of this recalculation, it has just simply changed the way that it's being calculated, and it's completely killed their discoverability, and it's killed their channel. Not every single one of these people are viewbotting, and if they were all viewbotting, then the big streamers that are still viewbotting would have also been affected. So effectively, what Twitch's changes have done is they've punished and hurt small creators that actually probably weren't viewbotting, or if they were, it was maybe like their friend opening up their stream on a second channel. Oops, that was my chair. Not any of
This chair broke.
Yeah, it's basically they're opening up their friend's stream on a second channel. Oh, wow, it's 2 or 3 extra views. Meanwhile, you have people at the top that are viewbotting 10, 20, 30,000 viewers. So Twitch doesn't really give a fuck about this at all, and it seems like they're just letting all of these small streamers let their careers pretty much go by the wayside. And that's all at the same time, by the way, that nobody is getting banned for viewbotting. They're not trying to blacklist certain accounts with obviously that are viewbotting.
And also people still get gifted subs, get subs gifted to them that are bots too. I remember seeing a clip of some guy getting donated 50 gifted subs by a nice viewer, and they found out that most of them, I think it was XQC or someone, and then they all pointed out that it's basically all just like numbers and like obvious bots. Isn't that unfair? Isn't that retarded?
Doing anything like that at all.
Was it Connor?
So they
Yeah,
just
it was
let
Connor,
the
wasn't it?
situation get worse and worse and worse. And by trying to fix it, they ended up punishing the lifeblood of what their community is, which is all of those small and mid-sized creators that really create the ecosystem. Twitch is a lot like a rainforest or any sort of a forest or something like that, where you have the very large sequoia trees. You've got the big trees. You've got the Kais. You've got the Hassans.
Yep.
You've got the Miis. You've got the XQCs. You've got the Jinxies. But you also need the shrubs, you need the smaller trees,
the ecosystem.
You need the flowers, you need the mushrooms, and you need all the little bugs that are in between. And if you don't have that entire ecosystem, those big trees will also begin to die.
Yep.
And that's what we're seeing happening. You're seeing everybody's viewership going down. You're seeing people going on the platform less. And I think the reason for that is very simple. It's because the viewer experience has become increasingly worse because of more and more ads. You're having content becoming...
Even YouTube doesn't blast you with ads that much. I'll admit, YouTube has its problems. Like, recently, they affected the algorithm and reduced viewership because they started saying, oh, well, real views don't count if you don't comment, which is dumb because most people don't comment on a YouTube video, therefore your viewership goes down on YouTube. Everybody's pointed it out. But it's like, they're still crap, but at least they have a reasoning behind it. Twitch gaslights you and says, oh, well, we're taking care of the view bots and we're banning them and getting rid of them off the platform, but they're affecting everyone. And then also letting people still view bot. Because they don't care.
Increasingly more controlled, and you're also just simply having people get
tired
YouTube doesn't make you miss live content, and other platforms encroaching on Twitch's for a long time first mover advantage and finally gaining some foothold. So Twitch is basically being eaten from like multiple different directions, and they're not taking it very well. Now, this also comes at the same time that Twitch has recently had TwitchCon. They've allowed their streamers to be sexually assaulted at the same time.
Yep.
And now we're seeing, too, this is something that happened a couple of days ago. Twitch put a streamer on their front page. And I hate to say this because it's just so weird, disgusting, perverse, and deranged.
Oh, God.
But I'm just going to say it the way it is. They basically had somebody who is a diaper fur. This is, I hate to explain this, but I think you need to understand it because Twitch understands it well enough to put it on their front page. They had a creator go on there that is putting their avatar and drawing art of very, very underage. Again, they're wearing diapers, of furry
diaper underage roleplay. On the front page. But a VTuber goes on the front page with their debut, and they get banned for a week. Yeah, that makes sense. Banned for a day, by the way. It doesn't make you think that maybe Twitch has diaper furs or something in their team?
Characters and compromising sexualized
Showed
positions.
hips.
And
1 week
this
ban.
is on the front page of Twitch. After the controversy of this
Shitting
happened,
your diapers is fine.
Obviously, this person was suspended, and then they were unsuspended for a day later.
A day! You were showing weird content, fetish content, and you kept fucking unbanned after a day. Oh my god.
And a day later, you had a person who is a borderline furry pedophile that has been unbanned on Twitch that is drawing art of compromising positions.
VTubers get banned for less, by the way.
Deliberately underage characters.
Yep.
They've been banned for under 1 day. And so that's happening. This is happening right now. They are unbanned at this very moment. And this is also on top of, some of these things are so ridiculous and so bad. I don't even want to bring this up, but we've had obvious terrorist promotion that's been going on Twitch. We've had people make calls to kill other streamers or make, there was a person that said that if you, if there's somebody that lives in Florida, he's got $100,000 for you. If
Denims literally said that someone should take out Asmon, and nothing happened to her. Isn't that weird? What if someone says that about me because they don't like my opinions? Yeah? You think they'll get banned? I don't know. Yeah, you think some schizo won't do it?
something would happen to Destiny.
Asmon said he didn't press anything
on YouTube. This person, by the way, was not permabanned. So Twitch has cultivated and curated a culture of...
I forget, it was another guy. What's his name? You guys know what I'm talking about. He did an actual open thread. Like, if you live in XYZ, you should go and do it.
Violence, abuse, borderline furry pedophilia, and this is what's normal on Twitch now. This is Twitch in 2025. And if you don't believe me, just check their front page. And the truth is that whenever Amaru, this is the streamer who was sexually assaulted yesterday, whenever her security guard that she had, and this was her personal security guard that she has to pay a lot of money for, because of Twitch, of course, Twitch can't take care of their own people, whenever their security guard had to forcibly restrain a person who was stalking her, what ended up happening is that security guard was then banned from TwitchCon indefinitely. So just so you guys have a frame of reference for this, the security guard that protected Amaru was banned from TwitchCon for a longer period of time
permanently
than the streamer who sexually assaulted Amaru, who was only originally banned for 30 days.
And she had to press them for it. And then they were like, oh, well, geez, maybe we have to do more than that. Maybe a perma is indeed the right thing to do.
And the only reason why it wasn't longer, why that didn't happen, and, they didn't get unbanned, is because Amaru's manager pressed it extremely hard and ended up getting this person banned, and also the video came
why?
out. The original idea was they were going to be banned for 30 days. This is honestly, I really hope somebody at Amazon is watching, because the
Salter's a streamer? I have no idea. He said it, I don't know. Because, okay, for those that don't know, when you go to TwitchCon, you get a badge with your, Twitch name or whatever, and that's how they link it back to you, and they can ban you off the platform if you do something bad, which is nothing, by the way. I mean, it's all just, optics. I'm not sure if that was a misspeak, or if he was just, saying it because he did it, but I don't know.
I want you to understand
because it actually happened.
The moderation team at Twitch is completely deranged. The advertising team is completely misguided, and the executive team is completely disconnected.
It's all rotten to the core.
At all levels of this organization, they fail.
Yeah.
And we're in a situation now where it's gotten so bad that people's real lives and livelihoods are being affected by this. You can say that, it doesn't matter, it's just words on a page or whatever, but when you have conventions, I think this is going to be the last TwitchCon, by the way. I cannot imagine anybody ever even thinking to go to another TwitchCon.
I was considering it because there was a couple of other content creators that were really like, oh, Alana, you should go, blah, 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 blah. I was like, I don't know, maybe in 2-3 years. I don't know. I'm not feeling up to it. I'm just too busy. I don't really want to do it. I don't want to get sick. Now I'm definitely not gonna go, bro. At most, I'll do like what Iron Mouse does, do like a little, freaking screen thing. That's it. But even then, I wouldn't want you guys to go because the security isn't good enough. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if someone from my community got hurt as a result. That's kind of why I don't want to.
After this is it. It's over.
I don't know.
Why the fuck would anybody go to a TwitchCon after the second? And also, by the way, as a streamer, these are things that I hear about a lot. Other people have been sexually assaulted at previous TwitchCons. They've been roofied. There's been plenty of other really bad things that have happened. A lot of these things have happened off of the Twitch, convention center. So some of these are not technically Twitch's fault. But if Twitch doesn't know about this and they're not planning accordingly, well, then they're dumber than literally every single streamer on the platform that's ever been to TwitchCon.
True.
And that's not a very good state of affairs now, is it? So anyway, that's pretty much where things stand right now with Twitch. So you have, again, pedophile furries that are getting...
Is not in my 2025 bingo card of Asmon saying, man.
Unbanned unless...
Roofied? Yes, that's like an actual thing that happened like several times. People talked about it. They just never did anything about it. It didn't like cause a stink.
In one day, you have...
Go to a safer con? Yeah, definitely. I've just been too busy. I've been offered like a couple of times in the last couple of months. I'm just too busy. I'm sorry. I would do it if my schedule wasn't already booked so fucking bad.
People going to the official
Twitch
definitely
I'll do it for
with
you
little
guys.
to no security.
I want to meet you
being
guys too.
Sexually assaulted. You have viewbotting that is effectively killing small streamers and ignoring large streamers. And you have moderation that is so very obviously politically and socially motivated. I feel like they should just come out and say that they're sponsoring certain people.
I feel like that would be so much better than skirting around the policies and making it so unclear of what's okay and what's not and giving people special treatment. I don't know, man. Did Alinity ever get banned for like hurting her cat or throwing it across the room? Did she ever get a ban for that? Like, I don't know. I remember hearing about it a long time ago. This was before I even was like a streamer or anything, or even considered it. But like, I don't know. Probably for a day. I mean, that's more than most people.
Or maybe certain groups. I think one of those groups seems to be Hamas, unfortunately. And the truth is that I don't really see this getting any better until people actually start speaking out about it. And that's why I want to make this video and really explain the extent of how bad this is. Because I know that people can see the Emaru clip, or they can see the furry clip, or they can see, the executives at Twitch trying to pretend to be influencers rather than actually doing their job.
Yes, thank you.
But I think that what really is condemning is the fact that all of these things are happening at the same time. They're happening at the same time. They're being actively protected. And this is the last thing that I want to end with, and the main thing that I want to talk about, is the fact that Twitch, whenever this event happened yesterday, Twitch lied about the way that the event happened. They explicitly lied. It is verifiable. You can literally look at video and you can see that it's not true. And the reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to minimize the situation. Twitch is a platform that only cares about optics. Their moderation team has never had any principles, but now the principles that they do have are not principles. They're now weaponized. And the platform is degrading. People are leaving. And this is not an opinion, right? This is a graph. This is what the graphs are showing. And I don't really see it getting any better. So I'm making this video as a plea to anybody that
it's time to maybe
has
start
any
multi-streaming
sense,
chat. I don't
anybody
know.
at Amazon, anybody that has any awareness, please get this shit under control. Something needs to happen before this website kills itself. It's basically already killed its main big event.
Yeah.
And
I don't think there's going to be another one.
I don't know where things are going to be next year.
I think they might have another one that they set up next year, but a lot of people aren't gonna go after what happened, like, yesterday, man.
It's really sad. I've been on Twitch now for a little bit over, probably a little bit under 10 years now. And I've been, you know, well known on Twitch for quite a while also. And
like,
it's
Amy's
sad
not
to
going.
see such a deliberate and unnecessary thing happen to a platform that I've been streaming on for such a long time. I'm really sad to see it. And I wanted to make a video and talk about this because I feel like a lot of other people in my position don't really want to. They don't want to rock the boat for whatever other reason.
Yeah.
And YouTubers do it, but they're not streamers. I do a lot of both. And that's why I want to talk about it.
That's the thing, though. You're criticizing the platform that you're on, and if all your income is on the platform, it is very scary to move. And a lot of people that don't understand how streaming works and how income from, you know, having one revenue or one avenue of revenue don't understand that moving off the platform means a severe loss in your income, or it could just be a complete loss. Like, you move off of it and you lose everything.
About it, bring everything together, and show you guys just how bad this really is. And I'm sure that
and
really,
a lot of them just don't want to go.
scratching the
Could be.
surface. And I think that there's time. There is time. It is time. It's past time for a degree of accountability and a genuine change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when that's going to happen, but if it doesn't happen soon, I can pretty much assume that Twitch is going to keep going downhill. So anyway, guys, hyperbolic it has been for a while, but I think that hyperbole is becoming reality. So that's about all I've got.
The prophet has
Let me know
spoken,
what you guys
chat.
think. If there's anything I forgot, I missed out on, that I forgot to mention in the video, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure to talk about those later on. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.
Thanks, man. Great. Awesome. Ah, gosh. Where is it? The prophet has spoken. The high prophet. You played yourself? We'd ask Shonda for more prophecies. True. Again, there's a lot to think about. There's a lot to unpack. I'm definitely, like, I've already said it before when the last Twitch drama happened. I might contact some people and ask how to do it, because I also don't know if my internet can handle it either. I don't know. Because if you're uploading to do different platforms, it might have an increased demand on your upload, but I don't know. I'm not 100% on how it works. It could not be. It could not be an issue. Hopefully it's not. I don't know. Gotta start building, you know? Yeah, you guys know how bad my internet is sometimes. Like, it took me a while to figure out what was wrong last time I had problems. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.